what does the average age of the girls Baz go after and the milk bucket episode number have in common?
That's
both 60.
bullshit, bro.
They're both 60. Welcome back. Episode 60 of the Milk Bucket Podcast. We got Aaron, 60. We got me, we got Baz.
Bro, that was one girl. It was one girl.
Can you still call her a girl when she's 60?
Yeah, isn't she an old woman?
She was like, okay, she had just
If she's got a
30.
pension card, if she pulls out the...
No.
If she pulls out the yellow pension card, I don't know. If she's writing 250 on a Monday,
Baz, tell us, how flabby is it down there?
yeah, like for real. Like, does it go to the belly button or what?
No, I mean, like you could use it as a fan if you wanted. No.
Can she actually tie it around her waist?
Tie it around her waist?
Yeah, like the tits. Like if she forgot like a belt, can she feed it through the belt loops?
Oh my God. That's a fucking riveting image.
You can tie something else around that waist though.
Oh my God. Guys, so speaking of fucking types,
Yeah.
isn't it interesting how as you get older, your taste in girls have fucking dramatically changed? When I was 15, my dream girl was a fucking gamer girl.
Was it?
Now that's a fucking red flag to me.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I still love Valkyrie, so...
Oh yeah, I love Valkyrie too. Okay, everything's a red flag unless one condition, very important condition, she's hot.
fit.
That can break any red flag.
100%. She could be a murderer, and you're like, I mean, I'll give her a shot.
The thing is with gamer girls is that I don't know. I don't think it's a red flag. I definitely wouldn't say it's a red flag.
Yeah.
But I think it is telling a bit of their personality.
Yeah.
Like you'll if you like that type of girl, which I find like they're always super fucking cool people.
Yeah.
So like I don't think it's necessarily a red flag, but it's telling. It's like it's like a guy that fishes.
Here's the thing, right? Girls who are gamer girls can sometimes be the more kinky people in society.
I reckon that's
exactly. Because
yeah,
it's not the fact that they're gamers for me that makes it a red flag. It's just
the fact that they're gamers.
I'm not a gamer anymore.
Yeah,
so
okay.
that's why it's a red flag for me. It's just the interests don't align.
So how's your taste changed over time?
Now I'm looking for fucking a lawyer, a finance bitch,
Oh,
girl that makes money.
how do you get a
really?
finance girl still in high school?
Shut the fuck up. This reputation is retarded. If I was a pedophile, why the fuck would I be turned on by girls, first of all, who earn more money than me, which is so fucking 2022. It's the complete opposite of the 80s where it's like, oh, men have to have all the power, they make all the money and stuff. So I'm after the fucking new generation of girls. They're all about equality.
New generation of girls.
Oh,
New generation. Oh, is this a
I'm after the millennials, dickhead, not the Gen Z.
Oh,
Oh wait, you're after millennials.
Sometimes.
Oh, like a MILF.
Look, we're the last year of first year of Gen Z.
Yeah.
So it's okay that we go off to Gen Z.
Z for life, baby.
But the good news with your predicament is that it's like you could always go to a Kiki K or like a Smiggle.
I was just about to say, like, is he going to let him get away with by calling Aaron's pedophilic brain a predicament?
Dude, I'm not a fucking pedophile.
You know that challenge you go through every time you go to a shopping center?
Bro, I've never dated someone under 3 years.
I'm going to put my hand further down, bro. I like this. Boys, talk about what's right and wrong in society.
Okay.
We all saw the fight that happened this week, the heavyweight dispute, the greatest fight of all time.
Oh, is this my
Michael
favourite fight of all
Reeves
time?
versus Graham Stephan.
Bro.
Look, there was some iced coffee getting splashed around on stage as Graham Stephan got fucking macked up. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, man. It was the most entertaining fight I've ever watched.
It was so fantastic. And what I guess it really showed a question that philosophers have been pondering for a long time, really.
Yeah.
Which was who would win in a fight between an engineer versus a finance boy. And all I'm going to say is the engineers come out on top. Me and Elon and Graham, we're out here looking at you. Fucking come at us, Warren Buffett. Pussy.
Okay, firstly,
Wait, you, Elon and Graham?
Elon Musk. Fucking Graham's stuck in my head. All the fucking invest in your Roth IRA.
but firstly,
I didn't realize how short he was, by the way.
Graham
Fuck me.
Stephan is a fucking real estate agent.
Nah,
There's nothing
he
to
makes
do
all
with
his
what
money
we
from
do.
finance, bro.
Huh?
He makes all his money from finance. Let's be real.
No, okay, he teaches fucking home finance to people. Like that's completely different
No,
to
it's-
finance. We're talking about like,
But think about it.
The finance that we like talking about is like corporate finance.
But
Nothing
think
to
about
do
it.
with fucking
Think
home
about it. If you're
finance.
going to abbreviate like high finance, you'd say
Yeah.
like HF, right?
Yeah.
If you're going to abbreviate home finance, you say HF.
No,
so
dude.
realistically,
Yeah.
HF equals HF.
You got me there, bro.
Dude, the
You
math
got me
adds
there.
up.
That's fucked.
All I'm trying to say is your boy got smoked.
I was
Bro.
shocked.
You guys with your iced coffee because normal coffee's too hot for me. I need to cool it down a little bit. Got fucking rocked by a robotic engineer.
You know what?
Bing
I could
bong.
not be happier to see someone fall. Someone part of the HF crew.
How crazy. Dude's been making videos for years. You don't realize how short he is. I think he's apparent that
you
he's
don't?
short. like when he's sitting at his desk, it's
Well,
like
his girl said that she was 5'7" and she was taller than him.
yeah. But my point is like when you see him sitting at his desk with the fucking T-Rex skull or whatever because he's alpha. Like he could be any height, and
Because he's alpha.
you know what I mean? Like because he's a sick cunt.
That's funny.
But you see, like he's got the nice lighting, his hair looks all put together and stuff like that, and then you find out he's like 5'4" with like a fat bald patch on the top of his head, and like if he's 6'4", no one would ever see it unless you're 6'5". But he's 5'4", so everyone who's seen him in real life has seen this shit.
Dude, it was the same as FaZe Banks. I remember there was video footage
Oh,
of him
yeah.
getting in a fight, and he didn't, for the first time ever, didn't have a hat on. So you saw his fucking monk haircut. As in, like, he was balding so badly at the back of his head that it looked like he was a fucking monk.
What do you think about the guys who are so insecure about their hair that they start wearing the hats?
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Is
Fair
it?
enough. Yeah, cover it up.
Can you?
Bro, life's about having confidence. If
Here's
you
the
have to
thing.
cover something up, cover it
Can
up.
you be a guy who complains about girls wearing makeup and wear the hat?
Who the fuck is complaining about
I'm
girls
not
wearing
complaining
makeup?
about girls.
No. I'm not saying you guys, but
Yeah.
I'm saying a lot of guys say, "Oh, makeup is like cheating," and
Oh,
it's
I'll
just
go
like, grow up,
disagree
bro.
with you there, bro.
What do you
Makeup
mean?
is fucking great. So you.
I didn't say I agree with that. I'm saying guys say that on the
I
internet.
disagree with those guys. You hide what you don't like. You show what you do.
No,
Like.
that's what I agree with. But my point is, could you be one of those guys who's like a woman hater while wearing a hat?
Oh, definitely not.
It's so
But that
cringe.
doesn't stop people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You know?
morals and rights and wrongs. That's never really applied to the internet, does it?
Yeah, for sure not.
Yeah. But I mean, how popular was that fight? So how many people that are listening to this podcast do you reckon actually know about either of the two people? Because I don't even know who the fuck Michael Reeves is. I'm not going to lie.
That's shocking. Michael Reeves has made videos. Like I don't know if you would even count him as a YouTuber these days because he makes very little YouTube videos, but he's like banged videos in the past.
How many views did the fight get?
I have no fucking
Is it
idea.
like millions, tens of millions?
I reckon it
hundreds
would be
of thousands?
pretty small population
Like
of people
hundreds
who
of
watch
thousands?
I would
it.
say, but yeah, between hundreds and thousands, maybe millions if you count people streaming it on YouTube and shit. But like, it wouldn't be the same as maybe a KSI Logan Paul because that shit like broke the internet for a while.
So this guy, fucking Graham Stephan, is probably my least favorite human on earth. He's just such a fucking neat. Like he's
more
just,
than the Prime Minister of Israel.
bro. Yeah, Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, I prefer him over Graham Stephan. Bro, Graham Stephan is so fucking neaky. He has his 20-cent coffee that he always doesn't fucking stop talking about, and he sits there in his ivory
He
fucking
named his
garage.
podcast after it, the Iced
Bro.
Coffee Hour.
I fucking hate him and his podcast. He sits there in his fucking ivory garage with his T-Rex over there, and I'm like sitting there talking shit about poor people and making money off
Not
it.
talking
That's
shit
all
never-
about
does.
he
sits
never
there
talks
and
shit
then-
about poor
and
people.
then nerds like fucking 18-year-old Aaron go, hey, this poor person's got $60 to live. Like, bro, stop laughing at poor people and just
Oh my
fucking
God,
do your own thing.
only 20 cents a day. That's the dream.
Yeah. Oh,
Hashtag fat
fucking hell.
fire.
I hate his videos. I hate him and I hate his viewers.
Look, I'm not going to forget the fact you said nerds like 18-year-old Aaron.
Isn't that not exactly the people that are watching it?
Look,
literally young people who are fucking privileged are like, hey, this
It's
guy's so
not,
poor.
dude. It's dude.
He has to spend $18 on fucking this. Like, bro, stop judging these people.
He is trying to send a good message.
He's not.
He is. He's trying
not.
to get people more financially literate. That's
The
important.
people that are watching him are already financially literate. It's the
Nah.
worst. Like, if you're not financially literate, you're not watching that shit.
I don't
No,
think
to be
so.
honest with you, if we're being completely honest with ourselves, he's like fucking Big Brandon Carter or something. Like he's providing information for beginners who have no idea what they're doing.
Yeah.
And like when I was watching his videos, there were points where I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. You probably shouldn't be spending $18 a day on coffee. You know what I mean? That does add up over time.
Yeah, okay, the financial advice part. Okay, saving up for your first time. Great video. Love it. I don't even know if that's a real video, but if that was a video,
Probably
I like
is.
I'm assuming he's got about 10 of them.
Sure. Why do you have to do laughing at a $45,000 per year in New York City?
Dude.
Why do you got to do that? Like with him, like the fucking photo, the thumbnail is him laughing. It's like, why do you have to do this video? I completely, okay, helping people. If he stopped there, I would love him.
Would
But
you
he's
like
gotta
it if
laugh at
he?
the fucking
Would you
poor
be really upset if he did like laughing at a homeless man who lives on $2 a day?
people.
And
I'm
it was
sure
just
he
like
did that.
the thumbnail was him like pointing and laughing at some like decrepit
Bro,
homeless
is
guy.
that bro? Should we do that? Is that a good skit idea?
Should we
Laugh
do
at homeless people?
for a video idea for Milk Bucket? Should we do giving homeless people financial advice? Walking up to them and saying like, "Have you thought about like putting this on your super to avoid taxes?" And like they're looking at us like, "What the fuck do you think we do here?"
But anyway, so this dickhead, fucking, how tall is he again?
Fucking 5'1".
Yeah, this 5'1" fucking guy who laughs at poor people got the shit beat out of him. He didn't even get knocked out or like the fight didn't.
He quit.
Yeah,
He went,
fucking, yeah. So he was getting punched and he goes, and then he calls the fight off. calls the fight off, and then this guy who's smaller than him and an engineer. Obviously, a finance guy would smash an engineer.
No, not.
He got beaten by an engineer.
That's what we got shown. Your guy, hey Baz, your guy, you got a poster of him on your wall. You know what I mean? You love this guy. You worship your guy. Got clapped by a robotics engineer.
I could not be happier.
I know. That just shows that engineers run this game, bro. That just shows that if Warren Buffett versus Elon Musk in a boxing match, Elon Musk wins. Look, I'm just saying the best engineer versus the best finance boy.
A 50-year-old fights a 93-year-old.
Yeah, look, we're just take out age. Because if you fought Mike Tyson, he'd kill you.
6'2".
He'd kill you.
How tall is Elon Musk? Is he 6'2"?
Bro, he's like
6'4".
7 foot.
Yeah, 6'4". 6'4" Giga Chad who's got a flamethrower versus a 93-year-old tiny guy.
Here's the thing. If you take finance versus engineer, I'm looking at their titles, bro. Engineer wins. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Here's a question: Bill Ackman versus Elon Musk.
Oh, that is
Elon
tricky.
Musk,
It's
bro.
gonna be very niche,
Bro, Elon Musk is.
I
don't know who Bill Ackman is, but here's the thing: Elon Musk is fucking South African. That's a tough brand
Bill
of
Ackman's
white.
American.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's not a tough brand of white.
Americans are fucking tough.
He's
No,
not
they're
jacked, though.
not.
That's the problem. Like,
He's not jacked, but he's jacked in the mind.
yeah.
Like he takes
You
on
think-
Herbalife.
What
He
about
takes on.
Bezos?
Huh?
What about Bezos? He's not like engineer. He's not an engineer.
Oh, yeah,
right?
Bezos
He's
versus
not a businessman.
finance,
No,
boy.
but he's a
No,
businessman.
he is. No, he used to be in investment banking.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's his background.
The plot thickens.
Look, we're gonna have to run a testing pool, just like a normal fight.
Yeah.
You got to submit urine, and I don't know if old fucking Bezos is passing the test.
I don't know if Elon's passing the test. He's
What
not
do you
passing
mean?
the fucking hair test. That's for fucking sure.
No, that's for sure.
Natty
He
hair
might have to shave his head before. You know what I mean? But then he'll just click his fingers. He'll be in fucking Turkey again, and he'll have full head of hair.
You know who's passing
Bezos couldn't do that.
Yeah, but you know what he does pass?
What does he
The
ask?
hair test. He doesn't give a fuck, bro. He just goes bald.
Alpha.
Well,
Doesn't give a fuck, bro.
he does give a fuck because he started doing HGH the second his wife left him, so he could get yoked for the bitches
Yeah.
on the beach.
Fuck it,
He
bro.
obviously cares.
Have you seen Bezos?
He's trying to be
girl?
bald daddy.
Have you seen the new girl?
No.
Bro, he's got all these pics with her in his super yacht. And he's just like full on hooking up with her and like fucking her over the balcony. No, just, okay.
Oh shit!
that's
What
a
a
lie,
big
but-
dick move for the super yacht. So it got built in Holland, right? And it was impossible for them to get it out of Holland. So he paid for a canal to be built so he could get his super yacht out.
No way.
You're fucking
How cooked is that?
kidding.
Wait, what? So the alternative would be to like go around.
No, I think like it might have been made in a bay or something like that. I can't remember. I remember saying this is,
So
by
it's
the way,
not-
this is headline knowledge.
Right.
But
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's like, what a big dick move. You're like, no, I need this yacht. You
That's-
don't understand. There's a
that's insane,
26-year-old who I promised a yacht to.
Here's a question, but so if I buy my super yacht, right? So the other day, me and James bought like about 160,000 Luno coins.
Yeah, so much money.
Yeah, and at today's price, technically speaking, it's $60. But last week,
45 earlier.
literally last week, those amount of coins were $100 each, meaning that our
$150 each.
$150 each, meaning our 260,000 coins would be worth $24 million.
Yeah,
So when it returns back up to the $150 each,
as it will, for sure.
and I buy a super yacht, do you reckon they'll let me wear Crocs on it?
Ooh. See, the thing is, Crocs have come back into fashion a little bit, which I don't like. I don't like how
What?
people are pretending it's
You don't
good.
like it?
I think it's
stupid.
vibes.
Yeah, if
I know you
especially
do,
in a
Aaron,
bright
because you
colour.
like everything that looks retarded. You have a habit of that.
Oh, you have Birkenstocks, man.
Hell yeah, I do.
Oh,
Fuck yeah.
surely they don't allow you to wear that.
So
Yeah, no, of
Like
course
if
not.
you have a crew.
if you have a
No, yeah, it would be a mutiny first night.
the entire crew,
They'd abandon you on a fucking beach with a pistol and they'd say, have fun, lad.
bro, me and the fucking crew would be wearing out one Birkenstock and one Croc.
That's
Oh,
a vibe.
God.
That's a vibe.
That would be a vibe.
You know what? That's a vibe.
But the question is, if you guys got your 24 mil or however much it
If.
was, when you get it,
When?
are you going to follow Milk Bucket on Patreon?
Absolutely,
I
bro.
probably will. That's the thing.
Absolutely, man.
I've heard it's actually really, like, I know 20, a lot of times you feel like you need a lot of money in order to follow a Patreon, but I heard Milk Bucket Patreon's only $5 a month.
No fucking
Wait,
way.
what?
Yeah, it's pretty cheap.
$5? That's insane, bro.
Like, we could have quite a few years of paying for our Milk Bucket subscription with the 24 mil before we went broke.
What do they do on the Milk Bucket Patreon?
Well, we have plenty of options. We've got a bonus episode every week, which is more personable, a little more flagrant. So who knows? Maybe you'll hear Baz talk about his views of the Jewish people. Who knows?
His experiences with ladyboys. The real experience
Might
with
actually talk about
ladyboys.
that. Yeah.
The real experience, guys.
The uncut experience. We might even post a sex tape. Who knows? But you'll get all that. You'll get discounts on merch. You'll be able to be part of an exclusive Patreon chat in the Discord server. So how much can you put a price on exclusivity? Apparently $5 a month.
Definitely not $5 a month.
But you'll also get a unique opportunity to be part of the Patreon episode. Obviously,
Oh, yeah.
as we get more and more fans on the Patreon, it might be more difficult to get you all on at once. But in terms of Q&As, in terms of being part of a little segment. If you're part of the Patreon, you're the first people we look to.
Fuck
We should
yeah.
do a random spin.
Yeah.
So that everyone has an equal chance. And then we get one person on every week just for however long it's entertaining. And then anyone can do it.
Let's say yes in theory, but see which one the wheel spins on. Because if we find out that they're in fucking Ireland, so the opposite time
Just
zone
line
or
it up,
whatever.
bro. If you're in Ireland, we'll hook you up, bro.
Yeah, look, you might have to wake up at 4 a.m., but we'll get you on.
No. We'll hook it up for your time zone.
Okay.
Subscribe to the Patreon.
Subscribe to the Patreon, $5 a month.
What if I've got it on like an unstylish phone?
Oh, that's a fucking problem.
It's
That's
a
an
serious
issue.
red flag. That's the thing. Like,
That's fucked.
The amount of times you
Can't
walk
do
up to a
that.
girl in the club and she looks at your phone, bare back in your phone, and she's like, "Is that safe?"
That's not safe.
That's not
That's
safe.
not safe.
You
You
can
can't
get
be having
herpes
that
that
type of
way.
shit there. Like you're ruining everyone's vibe by having a shitty
Exactly.
phone.
That is
But,
true.
but then what can I do with it?
I don't know.
I actually did some research into this.
Oh, yeah?
You know, I crunched the numbers. I ran an algorithm to see, but because most phone cases cost like $3,000.
They
something
do.
like that,
Yeah,
right?
some of them are millions.
The answer came back.
Yeah.
The single answer to your problem.
What's the answer?
Going to Puppy This. Click
Whoa.
the link down below.
Whoa.
Puppy.co.
What's that?
You
ASMR.
can find great stylish, look, this is a secret. You got to come a bit closer here. So anyway, you can find great stylish phone cases with pictures created by local artists,
No way.
biodegradable options, full flex, so many things at your fingertips. And guess what? With the code down below, 20% off.
Fuck my penis
Code
right
milk
off.
buck.
That's crazy, bro. That is actually crazy. I've never heard anything like that. What is he laughing at? I've heard nothing like that before.
Aaron's response, fuck my penis right off.
At the end of the day, boys, don't do the vibe a favor and get a good phone case from Puppy.
Go to Puppy This with the link down below. Use code MILKBUCKET for 20% off. Let's get back to the show.
Hell yeah.
Hell
boys.
yeah.
So speaking of things you can watch on your phone, boys,
Porn?
not the Patreon. Yeah, actually porn. Something that
Actually?
I thought, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Dead ass.
Good
dead
guess.
ass. And it was actually Reddit. What?
I just gave myself a self five.
Something I was on Reddit, just having a quick browse, and I was thinking like,
I love Reddit for porn, bro.
oh yeah, it's great, and it's all like original content. So if you're not familiar with Reddit, people can post their own stuff or they can repost it. So you don't really know, but sometimes they'll tell you if it's their own content.
Do we
right?
need to be worried about people posting Milk Bucket Patreon on Reddit? Like all the OnlyFans girls getting their shit leaked?
Don't even give them ideas, bro.
She'll be all right, bro. She'll be all right. They'll be fine. Well, I was having a quick flick through it, just flicking through the browsers, and I was like, I've realized that porn has gotten a lot more fucking intense than it used to be, like 5-10 years ago.
Do you think?
Yeah, because you go on the front page of Pornhub, you go on the front page of Reddit, on like a big page, it's all kink shit. Like it's either a chick outside or a chick in the fucking in public or her
You
step
get
bro,
public
or-
as kink?
Like you never get like back in the day.
Yeah,
you used to get hot girls partying.
Yes.
On
yes.
Pornhub,
Yeah.
and maybe a flash of a tit.
You're right.
kink
Things
in
have
there
changed.
involved. And what I thought about it was that I think because the girls are leading this, it's a girls page. So it's like, okay, what is a girl willing to do for her own business? That's fucking so much more than what a producer has to tell a girl to then potentially do.
Wait, what?
So okay,
I mean, I got to push back like crazy here,
Oh, yeah?
bro. Lana Rhodes was talking about it on her podcast that when she came into porn, which was like 5-6 years ago at this point, like when she actually came in,
Yeah.
the meta of porn was like foul shit. Like it was all, you're fucking your brother or you're getting gangbanged by 10 black guys while your father watches.
Yeah.
And she told some crazy shit where like she was doing shoots where guys would like piss in her mouth and she'd spit it into a wine glass and they'd come in the wine glass and like
And she'd
she'd
drink
have
it?
to drink it, then she'd have to vomit it out and then play with the vomit. Like
Oh
all this
my-
real
she did
foul
that?
shit. Yeah, like she got
Fuck
fucked
me.
and the guy would like piss inside her and all this kind of shit.
Bro,
Like
I know what I'm watching after this.
to be fair, I've never seen it come up, but she was talking about all this shit. So I don't know if it's like on only a kink page or something. But
Patreon.
do you guys count like step bro stop? Is that actually a kink?
Well, that's the fact. The fact that you're saying that proves my point.
I don't think it is though because
Fucking your step, bro.
yeah, but the way that they create the stories is so like comically not the stepbrother. I feel like that's just people seeing the hottest young chicks.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Especially when sometimes you have mums and they're like 26.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hold on, she's
Riley
lost-
reads a mum and
Yeah.
also a stepdaughter on the same shoot.
She's like 3 years into her career. Now you're already filming her as a mum.
yeah.
How did that happen?
A crow's feet form because she's been smiling too much because she loves the job. It's like, oh, transition time.
Yeah. But what I was trying to say is like, okay, I'll put this in a different way. If you're a producer and you're making a plot, or a writer actually, a writer for a porn film, and you're trying to get a chick to do something outside, like in public, that's what you're filming. Then you got to cast it and find actresses who are willing to do this fucked up shit.
Yes.
Versus if it was your own page, if you were the chick and you're thinking, okay, what's popping today?
See.
I've got to go to the public with my boyfriend, hide, and then do a film. Like that's way easier to do if it's your own thing.
Yeah.
I feel like you're coming off as mad vanilla right now.
What do you mean?
You think fucking in public is like, some fucked up shit.
Nah, I'm just picking something for the podcast.
Right.
Patreon will have a bit.
That goes straight to the Patreon for sure.
What? This?
No.
Oh, Zuchi.
The kink.
So to go back to the point, I've seen a lot of porn people go on like podcasts talking about how the producers are mad skeezy and they essentially treat girls like a pimp would treat the like the whole idea with pimps is you're not getting your money. You've got my money there.
Yeah.
When you fuck a guy for $100, that ain't your money, bitch. That's my money and I'll buy you shit with it.
Is this actually how pimps are?
Yeah.
This sounds like a whole lot of bullshit, bro.
No. It
How
makes
did you know
sense.
this, bro?
It
Which
makes.
podcast did you watch this in?
What do you mean?
This. Because I know hookers.
Shut up. No, you don't, dickhead.
No, I do.
Who?
I do.
I got my best
know,
friend.
like- I
My
know,
best
like-
friend's a hooker.
When you say
Like
you know
3 or 4.
hookers,
3
you
or
got
4.
her on your phone?
Yeah.
Dude, the Thailand ladyboys don't count.
Yeah, no, I've got them on Facebook.
Fuck off.
Yeah. Girls in uni that were like hookers as well. And it was not that type of relationship. It was
No,
actually it was
that's
actually a good relationship.
That's
Like,
a
they were-
pimp. That's not a. That,
No, the shit, they worked at a brothel.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like
That's
worked
not,
at a brothel.
Pimps were
got
the
paid
ones.
fairly. Everything was like all done. They had a tax accountant that was good for like
Brother,
sex
this is
work.
Australia. It's different.
Yeah, I
pimps
know
don't
how
happen in
different it is,
Australia.
bro, because people are the same. People are people.
Nah,
Like, you're not
because
going to work for a
in
shit.
America-
is legal here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is legal here.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
but
It's
the
legal
thing is-
tender. In America, it's not legal. You
Yeah.
can't just go to a brothel and it's all cool.
Yeah.
And so you have the fucking night walkers, the ones who would just stand on the curb of the street waiting to
No,
get
bro,
fucked.
I completely agree. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you work at Macca's or if you work in fucking prostitution. If you have a shitty boss, you'll leave. And I get there could be like drug problems, but
I don't believe you. 'Cause
Pimps are fucking dumb.
porn stars have talked about this on podcasts where they get just pressured into things.
Yeah.
I think a lot of girls, when they feel like they've got nowhere to go, a lot of times when they take the step into porn, they lose a lot of family members in the process. Like, you don't just get to go back to normal.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
it would be different with like the fact that it's legal here. But like the way that from what I've heard, they get treated really well, bro. They make a shit ton of money.
I
Like
can
700,
imagine in
800 bucks
Australia,
a
I
month.
bet the brothels have HR, mate. I'm saying in America, when you've got a fucking pimp with a gold cane slapping you around saying, bitch, get my money. It's a very different scenario.
I wonder how they get recruited into it. Like, I wonder if they're a friend of a friend.
No, it's LinkedIn.
How do you
It's an
pressure a
Indian
girl?
sponsored post.
The thing is, how can you really pressure a girl into doing prostitution, or
Yeah.
was she already like pretty much thinking about it?
I don't know. I think it's kind of like,
Does she come into it and then you just like use high pressure sales tactics?
I think she's got to be sex positive, but it's kind of like, how do girls get into stripping? Like, some girls feel like some girls go in saying this is great. Some girls go in feeling they've got no other option. Then suddenly they see a fat wad of cash and it's like a safe zone for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. But I mean, I think a lot of it would be like friends of the other hookers. Like they're like seeing their friends making a shit ton of money and they're like, fuck, I want to get in on this. And then they refer them over and then I feel like it wouldn't be too much of a pressure situation.
Yeah, maybe. But I know that in the porn industry, there's a lot of pressure involved because you can get blacklisted
Yeah.
from porn. Think about how many fit chicks there are. Like,
You can be blacklisted from porn.
100%.
Where you just
You can be, you can be
What?
labeled, or at least they tell them this.
I
Who
guess
knows
not
if this would
anymore,
actually get a
I guess
play?
not anymore, hey, with OnlyFans and whatnot.
Well, exactly.
Taken into your own hands.
But that's the thing, like, the girls who are making big on OnlyFans haven't started with OnlyFans, aside from maybe Belle Delphine.
Yeah.
But she's like a marketing whiz with how I feel like she
Yeah.
allows certain content to get leaked.
I think out of the titans in the industry, like if you think of like the Logan Pauls of fucking sex, like Lana Rhodes, Riley Reid, they didn't make it in OnlyFans, but there's a lot of chicks making a shit ton of money that like most people wouldn't know. It's like people that are in niches or people that are in just girls that have like 1,000 subscribers that are making an easy 10K a month or 20K a month.
That's fair. I think when I'm thinking of shit ton, I'm talking about like the top 1% who are making,
like
like $1 million a month kind of thing.
Yeah,
But
that shit's crazy.
How crazy is that? Like, we're thinking, oh, you have to make $1 million a month to be successful. But if you're a girl who didn't go to uni and you're pulling in 140 from posting pictures of your feet and playing with yourself, it's like, you're doing pretty well for
Yeah,
yourself.
you fucking doing amazing.
I would say if you're making like 10K a month, so it's
Yeah.
120, it's not enough to sacrifice like what you could be doing instead. If that's all you're doing,
Opportunity cost.
yeah, I would say like doing something else that pays you less, but grows to something that could be bigger, I would say is probably better.
The thing is, you could easily do that part time.
Yeah,
just
I don't
after
know,
work.
but the question is, are they?
Yeah.
If they're like studying at the same time, I'm so pro that, bro.
But maybe
I'm
that's
so pro
why they don't want to do it, because they're like, well, I'll do 2 shoots a week. I'll get all my content. Just remember to post a few times a day. And then all of a sudden I'm doing all this. So they get all this free time to just enjoy their life.
Yeah, I feel
Let me
like you
ask
get
you.
bored pretty quick.
Well, who's the real schmucks here? Us who got to work fucking 5 days a week. You know what I mean? Or the bitch who gets to lie down on the beach and could literally fly to Jamaica, do her
Just
work
does
from
fuck
there.
all,
It's
yeah.
easy.
Hey,
Literally
bro.
just does. It makes you think who is the retard, right?
Yeah, but then again, when Lana Rhodes started talking about, you know, I'm having a baby, and all these people started making stupid jokes on the internet about it, and you could tell she's really getting affected by it because they're like, you know, there's all the memes where it's like, how easy will the baby come out? And then it's the guy going down the water slide, just shooting out. It's like, "See?"
It's pretty entertaining though.
Yeah, no, 100%. And it's like, yo, it's kind of fair play, yeah? You're
Yeah.
putting yourself out there getting fucked. People are going to make jokes. You're a public figure.
for
You're not exempt from fucking shit talk.
There was this OnlyFans page I saw fucking yesterday, I think. It was from Reddit, and there was this couple. They do like travel videos, and it's all about them fucking in nature.
Really?
It's really beautiful.
It's niche.
Like they have a crazy sick scenic night.
Do you remember the name?
Huh?
Do you remember the name?
Yeah, I followed them on Reddit.
What's the name?
I can't remember.
Oh, fuck. I wanted to see it. I love those
I
kind
can
of
send it to you
videos.
later.
It's like that Circles YouTube page where their DJs go and play music out.
Oh, yeah.
Nice environments.
It's like Chris Luna.
It's exactly like that. They're out like really nice. Like there'll be a waterfall and shit, and they're just having like passionate sex.
Bro, it looks like there's another couple called My Sweet Apple who do the same thing. And it just looks like fun, you know? They're catching a train to Berlin and she's giving him cheeky head on the train. You know what I mean? They're just filming it.
fuck.
They went to fucking Zurich for this big festival called Street Parade or Street Party. I forget which name it was. But they're just like, they'll go out to the party, have fun, go back to the hotel room, fuck, go back. And it's just like, oh shit, they're getting paid money to do this. Like,
And they film it like a vlog, or do they only show you the hotel room?
no. They show you while they're out there as well. You know, the girl flashes her tits or whatever. Like, but yeah, they just have a single cam. They just fucking have fun with it.
Bro, I wonder how much effort it would take, like just coming up with video ideas for porn. Like you would think it's easy, right? Oh, it's easy.
I mean,
then
how many
when you
things
actually-
can you get stuck in?
Yeah, it's like how many things can you get stuck in? How many step bros do you really have? How many mums do you really have? Is this really your dad? It's like, it's the same penis I saw in the previous.
Do you know what I
video.
think it is? I think it's based on like what you're known for. Because if you're known for story, then it would be really difficult because you're having to try and find new twists on everything. Like there's that whole thing that they do where porn will steal a story used in a different porn video and just recast the girl, have the same guy and the exact same plot.
Really?
Yeah,
Jeez.
Riley Reid stole one of my favorite porn's fucking plots and did it, and I'm like, fuck this bitch, bro.
God damn.
Got a fucking landing strip and shit. I'm like, nah, I don't want to see none of this shit.
Oh, damn.
I wonder how it would work if they had like a Reddit couple who just completely claimed to be brothers and sisters. Like they went fucking balls to the walls with like the stereotype.
Oh,
And they
that's
just thought,
weird.
like fuck it, like this is a trend, we're going to capitalize on it. Anyone who knew them knew that they weren't siblings.
So-
But they were just fucking pumping that shit.
So I've got a question, right? And I think I know the answer for the two of you anyway, but I'm just going to say it and see if you guys would lie. I'm just going to assume I'm right with my assumption.
Okay.
If you found out there were a porn site that was actually brother and sister and they were doing porn together, right? Or just even a porn video on fucking fuq.com, you go on Reel and it comes up with
Yeah.
actual brother and sister. And let's say somehow you knew they actually are brother and sister.
Yeah.
Would you watch it?
Are they hot?
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, then I'd watch it.
Breaks all rules.
I'd watch it.
Yeah, okay, let's say they were
I don't-
fine.
I don't give a shit about the relationship of them.
What about
Like,
you?
Whether they're random or not doesn't matter.
I have no comment.
Oi! So here's the thing. I knew you'd be like that because I'm the exact same way.
It is
Like,
what it
it's
is.
not my sister.
It's two
so who gives a
people
fuck?
that are there.
You know what I
It
mean?
doesn't
Like, I don't care what they do. I'm watching them have sex. Who
That
gives a
requires
fuck?
some thinking.
Really?
Yeah,
See,
yeah,
I
yeah.
thought you would be a no and you would be a yes.
Yeah.
Here's my question for you guys. Do you believe the lie?
Oi!
Never. You mean like when you're watching it?
Yeah. Do
No,
you believe the lie?
Never. I
What?
never watch story.
It depends on the story. Yeah,
What?
see, I do like a bit of story.
Do you skip? So you skip
I
through?
skip the whole
That's
story.
fucked. That
Bro,
honestly
ain't
should
nobody
be
got time for that. I'm
illegal.
not trying to watch a fucking movie.
Yeah, but I'm
It's
not
building up, bro.
Dude, I'm not 14 anymore.
Bro, you did know
I-
fap at like
I disagree,
25. What are you talking about?
25, dude. I'm not even 25 yet.
Yeah, it'll happen. Don't worry, I'm foreshadowing.
Yeah.
That's the most 14-year-old thing.
again.
You look down, you've had the 14th wank that day, and you're like, oh, I need to stop. You know what I mean? As if you're not going to see a bit of story. I try to believe the lie.
I always believe the lie, bro.
Yeah.
You just
Always.
that's what I
Without a
do.
doubt.
You got to
Sometimes-
suspend disbelief.
Sometimes I invent the lie. Like I'll just say it'll cut straight
It's
to the
just-
fucking.
he goes on Beauty, and then he just sees two hot chicks. He's like, they're brother and sister.
He's just walking around in
That's the
public.
thing.
He sees a girl. It's like, oh, my stepsis.
No, like I put on a video. It's a hot chick. She's a little bit older. MILF porn. She's a mum.
Can you do?
Why does any of this shit matter? Like you don't know if she's actually a MILF just because they write it there.
Yeah,
Like you
yeah.
may as well bring your own fucking fantasy. into
Also,
it.
let's be real. A lot of the younger girls would be MILFs anyway because they've made bad life decisions.
That's
Yeah.
something
They probably
bro.
didn't pull out one day, you know,
That's
and
a
have kids.
fantastic point.
That's
Would
such
you?
facts.
Would you guys do stepsister like role play with a girl?
Oh, for sure.
No, I haven't done that before.
But would you do it?
Wait, you answered that really quick.
Dude,
You would do that for sure. You would do a role.
That
play
means he has
yeah,
been.
bro.
No, but would you say step bro?
I don't know. if
Like
I
that
would, though. It's a bit
comically?
weird.
Huh?
It's a bit weird. Like it's okay.
I would. I don't
Porn
care.
is like fucking. It's like a TV show. I love watching MasterChef. I don't really know how I feel about cooking. Like I can watch something, be entertained by it, and not want to do it. So watching two siblings fuck sounds great on TV.
No, I'm saying step
I don't know-
siblings,
Huh?
not actual. Like
Yeah,
blood
it's all the
relative
same.
is crazy.
It's all the same, bro. Like watching.
Bro,
step
you're
siblings-
okay with fucking your cousin.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
okay with
that's
fucking your
completely
daughter's
different.
friend.
Oh, that's completely different.
No, in fact, the cousin is completely different because one's related and one's not.
Yeah, it's completely different.
So let's say you're 18, right? Your dad marries this chick who's like this 40-year-old, really fit, whatever, and she has a daughter who's 18. You guys have just met now,
Yeah.
but they are married, so you're technically step
would not.
siblings.
No,
What
that's
if there's
weird.
tension there?
Like we could smash.
That's what I just said, bro. What do you mean?
Dude, every rule can be broken if they fit.
That's fact.
That is true. That is true.
What do we think about these models and questions? Well, I'll say models. What do we think about them having like real opinions?
Oh my god. Oh jeez.
Just on
I
another
agree
note.
with you. I agree with your perspective. I hope you're going the same way. No, you don't have an opinion.
I don't understand it because then some of them do. It's like they're voicing this opinion. It's like you got really famous by being good at taking black dick. Why are you suddenly?
Wait,
that's
we're talking-
Patreon. That's Patreon, right?
no, that's fine. Who
No,
gives a
that's
fuck?
Patreon. That's
I
Patreon.
don't think that's Patreon. Don't
That's
worry.
Patreon.
I think it's Patreon.
Okay,
We'll
I'll
just-
say it.
we'll just
I'll
cut
say it.
straight into
You
that's
got
Patreon.
really famous for taking black dick. Boys, did you know? So the Burj Khalifa, tallest building in the world, has 200 stories, right? But
Does
only
it?
160 stories of them are in use because the top 40 are considered unoccupiable. So it's
What?
literally just, it's like having an 8-inch dick and putting an extra 4 inches on for like just, dick extender just for pride.
You know what? That is like having like a fucking 12-inch dick and then the bottom 4 is just unused.
Yeah,
Just
yeah, that's
like,
true.
Never had sex. Right there.
It's there for ego only.
Yeah.
Bro, that is fuck.
So what? It's just not livable.
Yeah, because I guess like you got to. So the way a lot of these buildings work is they have these rods inside which essentially act as counterweights. Because like you can't have a building like that be completely rigid, otherwise it will crack and
So it's
eventually fall over.
moves around too much?
Yeah, so I assume that that's
Sways?
part of it. But yeah, it's essentially unoccupiable. It's not just that people don't live there; you can't live there.
So does it sway? Now, you're an engineer. So does it sway because if it doesn't sway, then it'll snap?
Yeah, it's like rigid versus elastic movements. If something's rigid, then it'll essentially form cracks.
Oh,
So like with concrete
okay,
and stuff like that,
okay.
shit can crack easy. And then when that happens, it's very, very difficult to start work on,
Fuck me, bro. Do you reckon jet fuel can burn through that?
Well, I mean, I don't think 9/11's that controversial, but what do you guys think about, like, do you think it's a story?
Do you
What?
think it's not that controversial?
No, whether it happened or not.
Oh,
like,
right.
who did it? I don't think that's crazy. People talk about that all the time.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
sure.
It's still a controversy.
Yeah, no. Hey, I know it's bad. Osama, you're a bad guy. Don't be breaking union code by demolishing buildings.
You know what's
No, I
bad
don't
is
read
that?
English.
although like I'm not gonna lie, I was really shocked when you guys were like pretty confident that it was Osama.
I'm very confident.
Yeah, I know. I was shocked by that. Are you as well? Like, do you
Yeah.
have any sort of reasonable suspicion?
Oh, my thing more comes from like, I don't know who orchestrated it. Maybe they did have some fucking like Bush told Osama, hey, yo, do this shit. That's not what I'm concerned about. People who don't believe it like happened or say like, oh no, the jet fuel thing. They're the
Okay,
retards.
it happened.
Yeah, but I know that
Do
you
you-
and I had a discussion where
Yeah.
you said it didn't happen.
What?
We literally had a discussion in North Sydney. Baz used to live in North Sydney, and the amount of debates that went on in that household. It's kind of crazy when you realize that our debates per hour have gone down significantly over the years. It used to be like we'd have all a group like hang out, and it would just be us fighting over topics.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Legit.
Looking back, it was so much
That's
fun.
But we showed Baz pulled up these videos, and it was so funny to me because like the videos he put up was such bullshit. Like he had, you know how you would have a car, you have cars drive into like walls in testing facilities in order to show like seatbelts and all that kind of
crash.
stuff, right? Yeah, exactly.
Crash
Show the
test.
crumple zone. There was a jet that went into this, and he was like, "See, it can't go through that." And the concrete slab was about like 3 meters thick. And he was comparing that to a big fucking steel frame with like like glass windows all throughout it and stuff. And then they showed this like mathematical thing. It was like some neek in his basement saying, "Well, Anthony, if you see a jet
They're
fuel
all
doesn't
neeks,
burn enough to
They're
melt
all
it."
neeks.
And then I pull up one video, which was this guy. He was like I don't know, like a metal worker, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Hey, idiots, jet fuel burns at this temperature. I'm gonna put this steel beam in this fucking heat until it gets this temperature. He pulls it out and he put it only in the heat in the middle. So the middle was glowing molten red. Grabs either side and just bends it in half. Essentially showing it doesn't have to melt for the fucking building to start crumpling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So do you have any suspicion?
No, when I was young, I went down the rabbit hole and looked into it, and it was like, oh, what if? What if it was Bush? But like, everyone has conspiracies, and I believe it actually was.
But do you have any suspicion though?
That's like set up?
Yeah, or are you like 100%?
I'm like 98. There's always room.
Oh, okay. So, but you're like, this was terrorists.
Yeah.
There was no motive from America.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident.
They didn't know that there was oil in Iraq.
Yeah, 98%.
They didn't attack the wrong country that the people that attacked them for 9/11 was.
98%. 2% could be on your side.
Like all like there's
2%.
no like.
Dude, you don't need to convince me on this. It's not going to change the result of anything.
I know, but we're on a podcast, so I'm like, all I'm saying,
Unprofessional.
no, I'm just trying to say like, it's not like like that's.
Okay,
convenient.
but imagine
you have an excuse.
Can I add a controversial? Can I have a point that goes against what you just said? I feel like the people who say, "Well, don't you think that's convenient?" are also bringing up convenient facts. Like the idea that Iraq has oil doesn't mean that America's fabricating a massive explosion in their capital, changing the entire security system of the world just so they can go get some oil.
Then why do they take the oil?
What do you mean? Because if you fuck with us,
fix the peace, let them use the oil to recover.
It was also terrible for like the stock market and everything. Like there were so many bad ramifications.
Say again.
Terrible for the stock market.
What was?
GFC. Oh, sorry, not GFC. The 9/11.
What, in the long run?
Not in the long run. It always returns.
Yeah.
But like at the time.
Yeah.
Like it would have had a dampering of business.
Short-term loss for the long-term gain.
Also, you look at America, they don't use oil anywhere near as much as they used to.
I mean, they used to was in like 2002, you mean?
Yeah, but okay, if they had a long-standing thing of let's steal as much oil as possible, I don't think the second it ran out in Iraq, they said, "Oh, let's start fracking."
It's harder to get away with things these days. Everything is recorded, everything is saved, everything is like document management in the last 20 years is like think about like even in the last 5 years, bro. Documents that were probably 7 years. 2015, I feel like, is when documents kind of get fuzzy. Where it's like you're not confident if there's a document from 2014. From 2017, the document's there.
I don't know what you mean.
Like with systems.
They were
if you're
able
looking
to
for a document from 2017, you'll find it. 2014, it's like, was this saved? Was it put in the process? Like, was it saved in the cloud?
Still email chains.
Yeah,
that's
there's also
only if those people that are in the email chain still work there. So you can access that email and ask him to find an email from 2014.
No, but sometimes when things are deleted, they're not like when you look at your computer, if you just put something to the rubbish bin and emptied rubbish bin, it doesn't completely delete the file off the computer. If they had forensic I don't forget what the term is, but those like techie software engineers, they can find shit.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like subpoenaed documents.
Yeah,
they're not going to hand over a fucking old PC.
Here's the thing. I think people put way too much confidence in like the government being an actual organization. Like the government isn't a beehive where they all work within one collective mind. They're not this big evil corporation, which means it would have to be a human, like a human operation. So Bush would have had to do this and maybe his closest boys.
Someone would have brought the idea up and he said, okay, can we actually do this? And then they look into it. And
yeah, but think about it. If you bring up an idea, with your company, if you brought up an idea saying, hey, yo, if we bombed this building, a competitor's building, then everyone might look at us as being the great guys. Do you think your bosses would be like, he's making sense right now? Or do you think there's someone in the place might be like, it's kind of an act of war?
Oh, bro, I completely agree. Like it's fucked up to hear, but there's a lot of examples of them doing things where it's been proven. They've done shady. Don't ask me what, but they've done a lot of shady things. The US government, are you saying they've never done anything shady?
I'm not saying they've never done anything shady, but I think people always say this kind of stuff.
No, but like the government is known for.
It's like if I say insert Basil's company here, they've done a lot of shady things, bro. You're like what? Don't ask me.
No, I just think that I think the majority of people will agree that the US government has done some shady shit.
I'm sure
and
all
been exposed by it. Well, then when you see like all these lines in a row, it's hard.
Do you think Saddam Hussein did some shady shit?
Say again?
Do you think Saddam did some shady shit?
Oh, for sure. For sure. But all I'm trying to get to is, I think it's impressive that you're 98% confident.
Why?
Given their track record of doing shady shit, all the reasons why it's in their benefit to do 9/11, like 98 is very confident.
I think it's nice.
It's not just faith. What do you mean it's not in their benefit?
I would say 85 is reasonable for someone who's like pretty confident.
What benefit do you have in not believing it? Like, how does it change your life?
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, isn't it nicer just to have faith in the government?
No.
Why?
Because I don't think that you should have faith in the government.
Why?
Because I think the government's pretty useless.
Why?
The American government?
Yeah.
Is that a real question?
Yeah, real question.
Wait, do you think the American government is efficient and does a good job?
Every government can improve in something, but
No,
thinking
the American government can improve a lot
thinking
more.
that they had this massive, there's this massive conspiracy theory from 20 years ago. Like, how does that impact anything?
It's just an
It's
opinion of
different
mine.
presidency.
Yeah, but it's like, why? Okay, why do I
doesn't
believe
change
in
things going
religion? Why do you not believe in religion? It doesn't make any difference. Like, this is just what I reckon.
Yeah, but I
don't
the way
think
people
you should-
say, oh, there was oil in this country. It's like, well, why didn't something happen with the Nigerians? They've got heaps of oil. How about the Venezuelans? They've got the biggest oil reserves in the world. Why didn't we go and fucking attack them? Like, it just, I don't know. We had the Gulf War I as well, and people like, oh, why did we go into Iraq? It's like, no, we were going after Saddam. Like,
there are answers to those questions. Like, Arab oil is a lot more refined, easily refined versus South American oil.
sure, Arab oil also would be much higher cost in order to ship it to
I think you
US,
also got to
whereas South
think about,
America's
like,
there.
in their perspective. Think about this. You're trying to. We can move off this quickly. But in your perspective, if you need to take oil from somewhere, like you need to get oil. Oil is expensive. We need to find some. We need to find who is easy to be targeted for this. Like, who's someone where people are already kind of like, oh, they could start a war. Like, they're developing superpowers. They've discovered oil. They're getting really rich really quickly. We need to keep an eye on that area. It's a key strategic location. You're not going to pick, what were you saying? Nigeria. And then Nigeria is not a key strategic location in 2000. Iraq, that's a key strategic location. Middle of the Middle East, they've got oil. They're starting to develop. They're getting more and more advanced.
Yeah, but they didn't have horrible like relations with a lot of the Middle East.
No, they were becoming a security risk. Iraq.
Yeah, because of Saddam Hussein saying,
for sure.
hey, yo, we got nuclear bombs.
For sure.
So then couldn't you hit the controversial thing saying like, hey, yo, we need, like, as opposed to going into that, because you think about it, they already did the Gulf War I.
Yeah.
They already attacked that region. Yeah. They didn't have a fucking bomb explosion then.
By the time someone thinks of something this evil and actually makes it happen, like it's not going to happen every time.
Sure. I don't know. I think it's, we'll have to see. I think it's just a bit of a, bit of a stretch.
When the information comes out.
Yeah, look, we'll see. The next time there's a world power, we'll see if America blows up another building.
But ironically, I'm not too invested in this. I honestly don't give too much of a shit, but I think that it is something to be dubious of, at very least. Like, I think being confident to a high level is like, it shows naivety.
But you got to be confident. Huh? You got to be confident in life. When you walk around, you got to know that nothing's going to, exactly. Key to success is confidence.
Be confident in yourself. Don't be confident in others.
No, because if you're unconfident in the government, then you're feeling like you're getting held down, and then all of a sudden you feel like you can't do yourself. You can't do the best.
If that's the type of person you are, where you will
gotta be confident,
get discouraged by that, then probably be confident in others. But if you want to be wary, just like, okay, I'm going to plan my moves, but their agenda might not align with mine, or their agenda might not be what they're saying it is. I think that's a fucking smart attitude. You gotta be aware that people's agendas aren't always what they say.
So I'm just confused. Where do you keep the tinfoil hat? Is it under the bed drawer, or like? Because I just haven't seen you wearing it that much. But you know,
that's the thing.
It's weird. It's slowly materializing on top of your head.
Yeah, I love a good conspiracy, but I'm not too invested in the, like, I wouldn't bring it up normally.
Yeah, I think people who like conspiracy theories are bored because life isn't as interesting as they want it to be.
Yeah, for sure.
Talking about interesting, I've got a question for you. This is a fact or fiction.
Yep.
If a squirrel jumped out of a plane, would it die by impact?
Oh,
the fact that you're asking me this makes me feel like it's no.
Well,
I'm gonna say it's fucking yes.
It could be a trick question, but what do you think?
Right.
It must be a trick question.
Well, what's your answer?
I actually think this was one of my friend's fun facts. Something about velocity when they drop is different to any other animal.
It's like it's got a low terminal velocity.
Terminal velocity, that's what's called.
Correct.
Yes.
So they have such a high body size to weight ratio, which is essentially what impacts terminal velocity. So their terminal velocity is about 10 meters per second, which is fast.
Is it squirrels?
Squirrels.
So they have Commander Pro.
Exactly.
What
They legit have Commander Pro.
They're out doing trick shots of high rise.
They can jump off anything and survive.
Yeah. Survive just the impact. If they land on a sharp rock and it pierces their skull, that's different. But yeah.
Can they just jump and then walk, or are they like, fuck?
There's a chance that they might, obviously depending on how you land, maybe that impacts things. But essentially the way they fall is almost, like they're fucking in a glide state because they're just so big. The thing is they're not even big, but it's just they're so light. Exactly. Oh, it was cooked because I saw it on a TikTok and I was like, this guy sounds like an idiot.
Yeah.
And I look it up and I read like 3 articles who are all conferring that, like, as long as they don't land on a fucking sharp rock or something like that, they're calm.
Do cats have a high terminal velocity? Because you know the expression of they always land on their feet.
Well, they'd have a low terminal velocity.
Sorry, low. That's what I meant.
But yeah, I'm sure they do have something like that.
They're not too far away from sugar gliders. And I was literally just about to say, I'm sure if you put a pair of wings on them, they could fucking fly. They're that good.
Oh, yeah.
They're that aerodynamic or the buoyant. I don't know what's the right
Aerodynamic.
Huh?
Aerodynamic would mean you have a higher terminal velocity because you're cutting through air.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
inergonomic.
you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
But how crazy is that shit?
It's insane,
You
bro.
could just literally, like, almost as a part. Imagine if you were a bunch of squirrels and just as a party trick, you're just like, oh yeah, life's too hard. You jump off a tree and you're like, haha, bitches.
Get on. You thought.
You thought, asshole.
Anyway, boys, thanks for watching this shortened episode of Milk Bucket. From now on, we're keeping them at 45 minutes. Tell us what you think about that one. There's going to be another podcast available on the Patreon, so check that one out.
Damn
$5
straight.
a month. Let us know what you think. Also, we're going to post some highlights from the Patreon, so watch out for that one as well.
Yeah, so if you're not sure of us at first, just check the Spotify, the YouTube, and you'll be able to see the highlights and just see if it's something that, you might be interested in.
Fuck yeah, hear about the Lady Boys.
Damn straight. Hear about the Zoo Tube. See you, boys.
See yous.